I'm here to protest the changes that are happening in Ontario under this Ford government. I feel that there's a lot of misrepresentation happening, particularly in the area of the carbon tax. I feel that it's a very effective way because I think polluters should be the ones that are paying. And I think climate change is our number one issue facing the world, facing Canada, and facing Ontario.
We're all here for one reason. Thank you for coming. Stop Doug Ford! Stop Doug Ford! Stop Doug Ford!
I think the government's doing some really misguided things and some really ideologically based things that are damaging to civil society. I think it's taking us the wrong direction regarding climate change. My focus is on much more direct action.
Why are you here today, Steve?
To draw attention to Doug Ford in a negative way. He's not interested in the working people. He's only interested in his rich buddies. Tax cuts to corporations, then he increases taxes and everything else.
Have you ever participated in any kind of protest like this before?
Never. First time.
Stop Doug Ford! Stop Doug Ford! Stop Doug Ford! Stop Doug Ford!
Well, I recently graduated from Teachers College, and I'm trying to get employed with Kawartha Pine Ridge District School Board. I went to school to become a secondary school teacher, a high school teacher, and all teachers are being affected by Doug Ford's cuts. High school teachers especially so. They're being impacted first, and I find that really disturbing because high school is a very difficult time in a student's life, personally and academically, and they need as many resources and as many qualified and able adults to help them through that process as possible. When we talk about full-time teachers, like that's where cuts are going to happen. Cuts to permanent teaching jobs. That's what's going to affect the majority of teachers and the majority of students in Ontario.
I'm here because it's really important to me that my tax money is spent making sure that we keep our education, our health care, and a sustainable environment for my grandchildren and others. My biggest concern is raising consciousness because I don't really think that we have a political solution now.
I'm here today because the cuts towards education is going to affect my son going into school, especially the special education, which is going to affect him. His education is number one to me, and it's not number one to Ford. The way he's making it is it's going to be harder for every kid to learn with the bigger class sizes, and going into high school, any kid in there that can't self-learn with the online credits is going to be impossible for them. They're going to drop out. I'm here as an autism parent and advocate to stand up to Ford and his cuts. Right now, with the cuts that Ford's made to the Ontario Autism Program, children will not be able to access the life-changing needs-based therapy that they need, which is applied behavioral analysis or intensive behavioral intervention therapy. The fallout long-term is disastrous for Ontario. Ford isn't thinking about the long-term ramification of these cuts because they cut deep.
We will not give up the fight! Education is a right! We will not give up the fight!